Hi guys, it's coming up to exam season where I am, and a lot of kids have been coming up to me looking for little tidbits of information about exam technique. How long should I spend on each question? Is it a mark a minute? Is it more than a mark a minute? Is it less than a mark a minute? And to be perfectly honest, guys, there is no real answer to that. The depends on how many marks are in an exam. Depends on how long an exam goes for. But if I can give you a little bit of advice about sitting exams and what your strategy should be, it should all start with what your expectations are from the exam. Are you looking for a 60% or are you looking for a 90%? Or are you looking to push a perfect score? Now, if you are looking to get a score in this range up here, your exam technique comes obviously before the exam. And you might think it's a bit cliche me saying that, oh, Harold, there must be something you can teach us about, exams, blah, 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 to get this score. Well, no, there isn't really anything I can teach you about exams to get this score here, because you should know everything about exams to get this kind of score. What you should be asking yourself, if you want to get a score in this range here, is, do you know everything there is to know about these questions? And if so, how fast can you do it? Because you might know how to do this question that I've got sitting up here. I haven't really read it yet because I'm going to try and do it as a demonstration. But you might know how this question works, and you might know how projectile motion looks like, the questions on projectile motion, how projectile motion works. But you've got to be able to do this question so fast that you can come back and check it once, and also check every question that you've done in the exam, like by going through them. That's how fast you've got to do these questions. You can't be sitting around, umming and ahhing every question in an exam. If you want to get a score like this, every question must be automatic. So let's have a look at what we've got here. So we've got Mindy flips a coin across a desk. The coin leaves the edge of a desk and lands at a point that many meters below the desktop and 1.45 meters from the edge of the desk. Calculate the velocity in meters a second the coin leaves as it leaves the desktop. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a quick picture of a desk. I'm going to label my diagram. So nothing's fancy here, guys. I'm just labeling everything. Now I know the time that the thing is going to be in the air for is going to be determined by the desk. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go, well, this is going to be using S equals UT plus 1/2 AT squared. I'm subbing in the information I know. It's got no initial vertical velocity, so I'm just going to go 0.455 is equal to 1/2 9.8 t squared. I do a little bit of algebra, take half over square root, so t is equal to 2 times 0.455 square rooted. I get my calculator, which I've got here. 0.9539 seconds. 0.9539 seconds. So the distance it's going to travel is 1.45. So I'm going to go S equals VT. So V is going to equal S over T, which is equal to 1.45 over the answer I just found out, 0.9539. And that is equal to 1.52 meters a second to the -1. Because it's a velocity question, I'm running out of space on my screen. I'll put it up here. Towards the edge of the table. Full stop. Next question. That's the kind of speed that you have to do a 5-mark question at. This isn't a 5-minute question. You can do this. If I wasn't explaining to you this question, you should be able to do it in less than a minute. And that's just because this is automatic for me now. I've done these sort of questions so many fucking times that I can do them without thinking. So if you want to get in this range, that is the speed that you've got to do the questions at. And you've got to do them for every single possible question. I've just picked the first question in the exam. But if you gave me a physics exam from this year, I could do this for every single question. So when you're asking, oh, I know how projectile motion works, I know how carbon dating works, I know how satellites work, I know how electromagnetism works. Yes, you know how it works, but can you solve problems without thinking about them? You have to be able to do like them almost robotically to get in this range. Otherwise, you're just going to run out of time. So, I hope this video helped, guys. It's a bit of a frank sort of rant by me because I've, been asked this question over the last couple of weeks, 50 odd times. So, that's the level. If you want to get this, that's how fast you've got to go. You've got to be able to write your question down as well. You've got to write working out. The teachers have got to be able to see your thought process. This is good enough, but, it would be a bit neater if I wasn't writing it on this silly computer board that I have to use. But, hope this video helped, guys. If it did, give it a thumbs up. Chuck your comment on what you think about what I've got to say down below. And, subscribe to my channel if you feel like it. But until next time, I'll enjoy your physics.